How does inflation lead to household debt? Have you ever wondered how rising prices can impact your wallet? Inflation is a key factor that affects households across the board. When inflation occurs, the prices of goods and services increase. This means that the money you have does not stretch as far as it used to. If wages do not rise at the same rate as inflation, households find themselves in a tough spot. They are able to buy less with the same amount of money, which can lead to financial strain. As prices rise, many families may find it necessary to borrow money to maintain their usual spending habits. This reliance on borrowing can lead to higher household debt. When people need to buy groceries, pay for gas, or cover other essential expenses, they may turn to credit cards or loans to make ends meet. This can create a cycle where debt continues to grow as families try to keep up with their daily needs. Another factor to consider is that inflation often leads to higher interest rates. Central banks typically raise interest rates to help control inflation. When interest rates go up, the cost of borrowing increases. This means that households with variable rate debts, such as credit cards or adjustable rate mortgages, will see their monthly payments rise. Even if the amount borrowed stays the same, the added interest can make it harder to manage existing debt. While some might think that inflation could help reduce the real value of fixed-rate debt, the reality is more complicated. If wages do not increase alongside inflation, families struggle to keep up with both their living expenses and debt repayments. This can push them to borrow even more or delay paying off their debts, which only adds to their financial burden. Additionally, as inflation drives up everyday costs, households may find themselves using credit more frequently. This increased reliance on credit can raise credit utilization ratios, which is the amount of credit being used compared to the total available credit. High utilization can negatively impact credit scores, making it even more expensive to borrow in the future. In essence, inflation leads to household debt through a combination of reduced purchasing power, higher interest rates, and increased reliance on credit to cover rising expenses. This cycle can make it challenging for families to manage their finances effectively. Understanding these dynamics is essential for navigating the economic landscape and making informed financial decisions.